Father John will say a few, and then Mr. Mark O'Brien will say a few. Then we have dinner, and it'll be followed with words from John, Odhran and myself. So I'd like to introduce Jennifer.
Hi everybody, don't mind me now, I might be reading this a little bit because I'm not very prepared, and also you know how emotional I get if anyone knows me at all. Thanks so much for travelling so far to make the journey to Italy here. We really appreciate all the effort and all the expense that everyone's gone to come here, and I hope so far it's been worth the trip for everybody. As this is our second wedding, it's really amazing that anyone's turned up at all. Everyone that knows me at all knows what an emotional person I am, and for that reason I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet, even though it's still 2 pages long. I'm going first because I know that I'll definitely have some tears later on, so I just want to get my speech out of the way first. Mom is the most selfless person I know. Everything she's ever done has been for the 4 of us, and despite her selflessness, she's also great fun, especially with a few glasses of wine or Prosecco, and the best cook ever, although Mary O'Brien is coming in a close second, and I'm very lucky. And I distinctly remember that night sitting at the table at the wedding and Susan walking across the dance floor with this guy with all these funny lines on it. And I said to myself, oh my God, here goes. He's definitely trying to set me up with this guy. I thought he looked like a complete weirdo.
And he was.
As soon as she arrived over with him, she hightailed it out of there, and he started to chat me up. And number 3, he was completely obsessed with trying to get me back to Sue's place in Tomalog.
Never.
And rumor has it that a few people here thought I'd actually gone home with him that night. I was in the middle of my finals at the time, and I refused to give him my number. So he gave me his number and made me promise to bring him after my exams. As soon as I got home that night, I threw the bin.
What am I doing here?
I told the girls that I lived with Dorothy and Emma about him, that I'd met him, and Emma said she was 100% sure he was gay. So obviously, I was thinking about the George Michael lines on his face. God, maybe.
Why was I trying to read it to Tomalog?
That's right. So thinking that was that, I was really surprised when he actually gave me a call and had gone to the effort to get my number from Susan. So when he asked me out, and I said yes, despite my reservations, he wasn't really into girls.
All are to celebrate, I suppose, a double celebration. The celebration of the wedding and also the celebration of the christening of Lara. And I suppose the first thing I would say is I will dwell, I suppose, on Jen, that I was there on that fateful wedding, so 9 years ago at least, I suppose, is it, when they did meet. And I remember seeing this beautiful girl. I think the next day, we may have met someplace the next day, but I saw this beautiful girl arriving, and I didn't realise. But whatever about the physical look of him, we always knew he's some guy, like, you know. And for us, he's our first of 5, and as we sit here today, as you mentioned, Aoife, our daughter, who's our second, she's had her first last week. So we appreciate, and I can get emotional as well, I suppose, but we appreciate how your children mean so much to you, and you love them at all times, no matter what. And the same goes for Odhran and for the rest.
Odhran and Jennifer. E questo giorno di cui diventano uno solo casa. No. And that's what... Basically what that means is a warm welcome to Ravello on the wedding day of Jennifer Odhran, on the day that two hearts become one. Right?
Very nice.
And a great role model for both of her sisters.
They'd agree to that.
And so giving our daughter away today and walking over that long walk was tinged with both happiness and sorrow, but joy as well. When Mary...
I know Jen said it earlier, but I'm certainly on behalf of the both of us. It really is fantastic to see all our friends and family here. It really, you know, we're over the moon. And I know myself that a lot of people went to a lot of expense to get here. It's not the cheapest of places to get to, and you know, even when I was booking our trip on Aer Lingus and I saw the fares, I was half thinking I'm not coming myself. Dan, and I'd say, actually, she didn't look like him. It was probably the distance from me to Gordon away was when I saw Jen first, and she was absolutely gorgeous. She was just absolute. She really was beautiful. And I was looking at her, it wasn't just she did okay. I think Jen she did look great, but whatever way, I think it could have been Deirdre Kavanagh. There was a group of girls, and whoever she was chatting to, really, she was just leaning forward, chatting. There was a big smile on her face. She was chatting away, and I was going, that girl, you know, that girl's quality. She's quality. So later on that evening, anyway, I was dancing with Sue, and I asked her would she introduce me. So anyway, we sat. Luckily I'd only gone to the after, so I didn't have much drink on me, so I was able to use all my best lines. Sorry, I was bold. I was certainly bowled over. And I have to, and it went on. Now I have to put my hands up and admit that there was a certain amount of chasing involved. And I remember coming home one day and Mum saying to me, "That one Jennifer Walsh has rang again." She said, "That's 4 phone calls. Are you going to call them back?" That's true.
He was also very keen on German beer, German Wurst, and German ladies. But in fairness to Odhran, I suppose it's not easy to change your lifestyle or direction, and I suppose with those experiences, good, bad and indifferent, he did take an idea from a friend of his in Germany, and it was an idea. We even spoke with John earlier about it, and we said, you know, how could you make something like this work, selling advertisement? But in fairness to Odhran, he showed some great qualities, great characters, which I knew he had, and I'm sure Mary and Mark know that he has, and all his friends, and everyone here knows he has. But he showed great courage and commitments to take on a project from basically make it his own, and developed it over 3 to 4 years, where he made a very good living, and I think he's just nearly dotting the day to sell his business and to move on. So it's with your solicitor at the moment. But well done, Odhran.